Welcome to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Electric vehicles, EVs, are quickly becoming essential for cleaner transportation across Southeast Asia. This shift towards sustainable mobility is gaining serious momentum. Japan is taking a key role in this progress, working closely with ASEAN nations to shape the future of clean transit. This video focuses on the joint planning between ASEAN governments and Japan for electric mobility. It's not just talk. This cooperation is setting up vital infrastructure and standards. Understanding this planning is key to seeing the bigger picture. We're going to break down exactly what this partnership means for boosting clean transportation in this important region. Get ready to see the plan for future EV success unfold. Why ASEAN needs Japan's help for electric mobility success. Transitioning millions of vehicles across Southeast Asian nations to electric power is a massive undertaking. ASEAN countries face significant hurdles, including a lack of established EV supply chains, underdeveloped charging infrastructure, and cost barriers for consumers. Japan, with its decades of automotive manufacturing dominance and advanced battery technology, is uniquely positioned to bridge these gaps. This partnership provides the essential know-how and investment needed to make electric mobility a reality across the region. Closing the gap, battery production and supply chains. The core of any successful electric vehicle transition is the battery. ASEAN nations currently have limited reliable battery sourcing and manufacturing capabilities. Setting up large-scale, effective battery production requires immense technical skill, capital, and a secure supply of raw materials. This is where Japan's expertise becomes indispensable. Japan pioneered modern automotive battery technology. They possess established world-class manufacturing processes and deep experience in managing complex mineral supply chains, including battery metallurgy, manufacturing scale, and supply chain security. Battery metallurgy. Japanese companies hold key patents and expertise in cell chemistry, ensuring higher safety and quicker charging capabilities. Manufacturing scale. They can guide ASEAN partners in building the massive, efficient gigafactories required to meet regional demand, reducing reliance on distant suppliers. Supply chain security. Japan has systems in place to source critical materials, like nickel, cobalt, and lithium, ethically and sustainably. Sharing these practices helps ASEAN establish its own robust, long-term supply chains. Without strong regional battery production, ASEAN remains dependent on imports, which increases costs and logistical complications. Japan's assistance ensures the region can build and control its electric future. Building the roads. Infrastructure planning for EV charging. Having electric vehicles is pointless if there's nowhere convenient to charge them. ASEAN's varied geography, from busy capital cities to remote islands, makes infrastructure planning a complex challenge. Japan's experience with smart grid technologies and standardized charging networks offers vital solutions. Effective infrastructure development goes far beyond simply installing charging stations. It requires integrating these stations into the existing power grid without causing blackouts. Japan can assist ASEAN by providing smart grid integration, standardized charging networks, and deployment strategy. Smart grid integration, implementing technology that manages electricity demand efficiently. This ensures the grid can handle the increased load from thousands of EVs charging simultaneously, especially during peak hours. Standardized charging networks, ensuring all vehicles, regardless of brand, can use the same plugs and payment systems. Japan is experienced in setting international standards, like THA Demo, which speeds up public adoption and reduces confusion. Deployment strategy, using data and planning models to determine the optimal locations for charging stations, starting with major transport corridors and city centers before moving into more remote regions. Proper planning, informed by Japanese technological standards, ensures that charging infrastructure is reliable, accessible, and ready for growth. Making EVs affordable, supporting consumer adoption. Even with robust infrastructure, electric mobility will fail if the vehicles remain too expensive for everyday people in ASEAN. Price competitiveness is a major hurdle for consumer adoption across developing economies. Japanese automotive planning helps address this through manufacturing efficiency and localized production. Japan's involvement helps reduce the final purchase price of EVs in two main ways. Localizing production. By moving EV and component manufacturing into ASEAN countries like Thailand or Indonesia, partners benefit from lower labor costs and reduced import tariffs. This direct localization lowers the retail price for local buyers. Economies of scale. Japanese expertise in mass production drives down the per-unit cost of parts in assembly. The higher volume of localized production makes more affordable EV models possible for the regional market. Furthermore, Japan can share its policy insights on incentivizing EV purchases. They can offer guidance on effective strategies, such as tax breaks or subsidies, ensuring that the transition to cleaner transportation is accessible to everyone, not just the wealthy. The Blueprint. Key areas in the ASEAN-Japan EV collaboration plan. The partnership between Japan and the 10 ASEAN nations is more than just a goodwill agreement. It is a highly strategic plan with specific focus areas designed to guarantee the success of electric mobility throughout Southeast Asia. This joint work covers several essential pillars. These pillars build a strong foundation for local manufacturing, technical excellence, and regional standardization. We can look at the core components of this plan, focusing on practical actions that will soon reshape the automotive sector. Sharing knowledge, technology transfer, and skill development. Transitioning to EVs requires specialized labor, not just capital. Japan understands that for ASEAN to truly adopt electric mobility, the region must become self-sufficient in manufacturing and maintenance. The collaboration places a high priority on transferring Japanese expertise in EV production and related components directly to the local workforce. This aims to create a highly skilled regional talent pool. Think of this as planting seeds of know-how. Instead of simply building factories, Japan helps ASEAN partners learn how to run them optimally. Key aspects of this knowledge sharing involve factory floor training, battery expertise, and supplier development. Factory floor training. Japanese engineers are conducting intense training for local staff on advanced assembly techniques specific to EV bodies, powertrains, and high-voltage systems. This ensures quality benchmarks remain high. Battery expertise. Training focuses intensely on the complex processes required for battery assembly, testing, and life cycle management. This includes skills vital for future battery recycling operations. Supplier development. It is not just about the final vehicle. The plan includes helping small and medium-sized ASEAN enterprises upgrade their capability. They must meet the rigorous quality standards needed to manufacture EV components reliably. This focus on local skill development transforms countries from simple assembly hubs into centers of technical excellence. It ensures the growth is sustainable and creates long-term, high-value jobs within ASEAN economies. The road to cleaner, smarter mobility begins with cooperation and shared vision. ASEAN and Japan's electric mobility plan could redefine how the world approaches EV success. Stay tuned for Part 2. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more automotive information like this. Thank you for watching.